Good morning. Today we're going to be learning about adding and subtracting decimals. We add and subtract decimals just like we do whole numbers. So we're going to maintain that same idea of adding within the same place values. In order to add and subtract from the same place values, the easiest way to set it up, especially if you're going to set them up vertically, is to make sure your decimals are lined up. So let's go ahead and take a look at some easier examples of whole numbers, and let's just kind of walk through these examples, and we'll extend to decimal numbers next. So when we're adding our whole numbers, we want to start in the ones place value. So we want to start in the smallest place value in case we need to regroup into our larger place values. So we take a look at our ones column. We have 5 units plus 6 units, which gives us 11 units. 11 units are broken down into one set of 10 and a single unit. So we will leave our single unit here and we'll regroup and put another set of 10 up here. Now we've got one set of 10 plus 4 sets of 10 plus 3 sets of 10, which gives us a total of 8 sets of 10. So our sum is 81. And remember, sum is the answer to an addition problem. Let's go ahead and start looking at subtraction now. Again, we're going to start in furthest to the right. We need to take 6 units away from 5 units, which is a little bit difficult. So we're going to go ahead and use our regrouping skills again. And we are going to do what's called borrowing. So we're going to borrow a set of 10 from our 40 here, and we're just going to turn that into 10 units. So we have 5 units, and we're going to go ahead and borrow 10 more units. So that gives us a total of 15 units. So let me go ahead and move this arrow so it's not distracting. So we're going to borrow a set of 10, which now knocks this down to 3 sets of 10. And we're going to bring that set of 10 over here, and this becomes 15 units. Now we can take the 6 units away from the 15 units. 15 minus 6 gives us 9. 3 minus 3 gives us 0. So 3 sets of 10 minus 3 sets of 10 is 0. So we now have found our difference of 9. And again, difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. So let's go ahead and extend this to decimals. So we now have 45 and 3/10 plus 33 and 8/10. We're going to start furthest to the right. We have our decimals lined up really nicely, and by lining up our decimals, all of our place values end up being lined up as well. So we have 3/10 plus 8/10 would give us a total of 11/10. 11/10 ends up comprising one whole thing and 1/10. So we're going to go ahead and leave our 1/10 down here, and we're going to regroup and bring our set of 10/10 over into the ones place value. So now we have 1 unit plus 5 units plus 3 units, which gives us a total of 9 units. 4 10s and 3 10s gives us 7 10s. Our last step is to bring the decimal straight on down. So our sum is 79 and 1/10. Let's look at one more example. We have 45 and 3/10 minus 33 and 8/10. We're going to go ahead again and start furthest to the right. We need to take 8/10 from 3/10, which is very difficult to do. Eventually, when you get into 6th and 7th grade, you'll learn about negative numbers, negative integers,